raise your hand, we'll bring a microphone around to you.
Hey, I was asking Chauncey about the impact that Robert Edwards has kind of had with the running back since he was kind of brought in. I guess first of all, how much you know about his background before he got here, and just what specific things has he maybe kind of done to kind of help you along the way a little bit?
Oh no, most definitely. When I first committed here, I feel like you guys know this by now. I was big on the tradition here at the running back position. So coming towards this university, I most definitely watched a lot of his highlights, watched a lot of the things that he did here at the university. He was a great running back like a lot of the others. But one of the main things I really noticed and like paid attention as I watched the film, and I asked him, like, how did you get over your fumbling issue? Because I know that's one of the issues that he had. And I asked him, I said, what was the main thing that helped you get over it and be able to play the next down and the next play? And one thing, the things he told me, he said, while you're still thinking about it, fumbling is a mindset thing. Whatever you do in life is a mindset thing. You can cancel out all the things that you don't want done as long as you have a great mindset. So, having him like our room, him playing the position, especially him coming to the school is big for us and means a lot. Because you know that the things that he's telling you is not just for no reason, because he's been through the things. He played the position. He was great at the position as well. So it's great getting the knowledge from him and being the sponge and soaking all the things in that he's telling us.
I'll ask the Big J question here. I saw in the offseason you got a dog. What sort of led to that, and what have you learned about being a dog owner?
It's tough, man. It's not easy under no circumstances. He pees everywhere. He boos everywhere. I see other people have their dogs on their couches, on their beds, and I'm like, he used the restroom, he ate his food. Let me give him a chance to get on my bed and, not make him feel like I don't love him. So I let him get on my bed. I see he used the restroom. He peed on his pads. I pick up the pads he ate about 2 hours ago. I feel like there's no reason why he should have to use the restroom. I put him on my bed. He pees on the bed. I put him down. And I tried again. He pees again. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just done. I'm over it. It's not as easy as it looks being a dog dad, especially, being here doing football things and trying to maintain all the things, other things I got going on. It's not easy, but man, he keeps me up and going for sure.
What's the dog's name?
His name's Dane.
Dane.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's year 3 for you and Chauncey. Just what do you think you guys can go as a tandem this year? I know he also likes the opportunity to be able to share carries with you.
Honestly, we're more so focused on the group as a room because, we have been here, I'll say now in the room, it's crazy how fast time flies. But I think in the running back room, me, Chauncey, and Dwight has been here the longest at this university. Gosh, yeah, we've been here the longest. So, more so, man, we're just trying to get better as a room. We're not trying to be selfish because, as you said, this is year 3. We could be the type of dudes and the type of guy that really focus on us. But no, one of our main things we're trying to help out are the dudes that's in the room that's younger than us, because that's what the guys did to us. Like Branson, I was here, Rod, I was here, Trevor, I was here, for sure, Cash, I was here. They all helped us out. And you feel me? We seen when it was their year 3 or year 4, or probably their last year to play college football, they more so wasn't focused on everything that they have going on, and they tried to help us out as well. So we're trying to do the same thing for dudes like Jay and dudes like Dante. That's probably his last year as well. He decided to come to Georgia. I don't know if he has another year beyond this, but this is his last year as well. So we trying to make sure that we not be so selfish and trying to see how we can all get better as a room, because it's the 111 and the weakest link on your team is how you are, period. So we try to make sure everybody in the room is on the same level as us and give them the same knowledge that we have had since we've been here.
Nate, you all had Josh McCray come in last year. Now you've got Dante Dowdell coming in this year. You mentioned the leadership on the young guys, but when you have guys coming from outside the program that are maybe older, more veteran guys, how do you try and work with them to also be a leader to guys that might be older than you or have had more time in college than you?
Oh, no, most definitely. Really what it is back to your question, but it more so comes to a point where with the younger guys, you're teaching them the way things are supposed to be done at this university, on top of the plays and on top of what you're going into. Until when you got an older dude that's been in college football more longer than you played the position, it gets to a point where now you're just really teaching him how things is done here at Georgia, because this is no disrespect to no other colleges at all, but this is a university where we want everything to be done a certain way, and it's a certain standard here. We want everything that you do, no matter what it is, done with intentionality and with full effort and 110%. Everything that you can give. So it goes to a point where you're just trying to teach them how things here are done. Like when you're getting thudded up in practice, and no matter if it's a huddle behind you, you sprint 10 yards past the last defender, or we have something that's called cover down. When the ball is not in your hands, but the ball is in the air, you run to the ball, because you never know who the guy who's carrying the ball, what can happen with the ball in his hands. So it's really just teaching him certain things at this university, how ways and things are done here. That's really what it is.
Yeah, with Cash moving on, he was taking a lot of third down reps for you guys. What have you been concentrating on, or you guys as a room concentrating on to try and fill that role?
I'll say on my hand, what I've been trying to focus on is really the small things, because the small things can turn into big things. So I try to be intentional with everything, based on third down, trying to ID fronts faster, try to ID what blitz are they bringing, they're running being cat, everybody brings sass to safety. So basically that's what it really been. When you come here to Georgia and you sign those papers, the coaches know that we bring in backs that just can't just run the ball, or they can't just pass, or they can't just catch out the backfield. We try to bring in backs that can do all of the above. So as a group, with Cash leading, we just try to really watch his film and see the things he's done and see, okay, how did he beat these defenders in these one-on-one situations? Or how did he make these plays, like a Florida play? I don't know how he scored. Well, I think when he scored in the Sugar Bowl in 2024, he caught the ball and stumbled and scored. So we just try to ask questions and see how we can become better third down backs, because being a third down back is a big thing, and it helps you out in the future.
Nate, what was the days like in January before you posted you were returning, in terms of, did your agent have other opportunities for you that you were really considering? What was going on during that stretch?
No, it was crazy. I just woke up one day and I just seen all those things, and I really just turned off my phone and said, that's what social media is. It's just rumors. So I just turned off the phone and just got back to work. And, other opportunities, I know this is where I'm supposed to be. I love this place. I already know I don't belong nowhere else. I feel like at this point, I've showed everybody I bleed red and black. So, yeah.
Yeah, coming back for your third year, what do you want to prove?
That's a great question, man. That's a really great question. Coming into year 3, I want to really prove that to my teammates and to the people around that I'm a great leader. I'm somebody that can be counted on. I want to lead by example. I know as a year 3, for a dude that is more so known, they have a chance and an opportunity to go to the National Football League. It gets to a point where they're more so selfish and focused on themselves and their goals. But my year 3, I want to show my teammates and the people around me that I want to be better together as a team. And I want to do the things I need to do necessary to make them believe that as well. So really year 3, I want to just get better as a leader, showing people by example what needs to be done here and how you carry yourself as a Georgia Bulldog. And I'm showing that you can push through adversity and anything you're going through as long as you have a great mindset and got God by your side.
Your first year here, the run game wasn't necessarily where y'all wanted to be. It's why Kirby said last year, run the ball, stop the run is such an emphasis. Last year, obviously, y'all turned that around. What do you think the difference was between year 1 and year 2, and what are you all trying to sustain now for you going into your third year?
I really say, man, the game evolves. In this conference, is freakish athletes everywhere. So really, I say that the biggest difference and the biggest things is like just based on how connected and the chemistry and how bad you want it to get it done. I say it's just really just like I said, it goes back to a mindset. How bad do you really want to fix the problem that you need for it's necessary to you to come out and get wins? So I really just say, man, it's just a mindset. The biggest difference is we just know we have to attack something, and we're willing to do whatever it needs to be done to fix the problem.
Got time for one more question?
Obviously Dante has played in the SEC. What is he and freshman Jay Lamar, what have they kind of brought to that room? And how has it been with a guy that's been older than you, but he's not, he hasn't been here. So what has that dynamic been like between you and some of the other guys?
I say with Dante, man, that's my boy. I call him Coon. You know, he from Mississippi, and then when he first got here, he was like, "Hey man, they raccoon." I'm like, "Nah, bro, ain't no raccoon. I ain't no raccoon. I like, don't they care?" He like, "Nah, man, you gotta eat some coon." So when he first got here, that's the nickname I gave him. I called him Coon. But when he brings, bro, he brings physicality. One of the jokes I got with him, he like 6'2", 230, 6'2", 230 downhill. So he brings a downhill, aggressive demeanor. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like somebody gonna get out his face. And then with Jay, man, Jay brings character. Jay's a funny cat. I love him. That's like my little brother. They all my brothers in that room. He brings speed, change of direction, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, they're all great dynamic backs. And with the room, together with the room is talent everywhere, and a lot of people who bring a lot to the table.
All right, Nate, thank you.
Thanks, Nate.
Appreciate y'all.